Hey everybody, just wanted to come on and give you an update on our minimalist challenge. I know it's been super long since the last video, but life's gotten in the way, but I digress. I just wanted to come on and just sort of reflect on what I've kind of felt and what I've done over the last few weeks of doing this challenge. Prior to the challenge, we had talked about how we had purged our house quite a bit before we moved here, so coming into 2021 and doing the minimalist challenge in February, it was a bit of a challenge, and I hate to say this, but I unfortunately am not able to finish the full 30 days. I think I came up. I think I needed like 300 more items by the 15th, and just we didn't have them. We were like, if we were to continue the challenge, if I was to continue the challenge, I would have had to have gotten rid of things that I didn't want to get rid of. I didn't want to do that. So I'm going to go through what I've personally gotten rid of and just sort of highlight some of the cool stuff I'm getting rid of and what we're doing with it. But I also just wanted to kind of say that this was a very humbling experience. And at the same time, too, it makes you realize what brings you joy, what are the things that are going to make you most happy. And I think that this was a good time in the beginning of the year to sort of reflect on that, just so we have some context to what we own, what we're doing with our lives, and what's going to happen next. I'm excited to say that in the coming year, I think that we're going to see a lot more growth personally, just because I think starting down this road of minimalism and just being more intentional with our thinking and with what we're doing and how we're spending our time, I think that having those kinds of principles set forward are going to be creating us a more meaningful life. So with that being said, let's jump right on into what I'm getting rid of. Alright everyone, so what we have here is a pile of stuff. So this pile here, I believe, adds up to about 101 to 105 things. I needed the full 300 to finish out the rest of the month, but here we are. So just to kind of quickly go over some of these things that I'm getting rid of. I have an old apron. One cool thing that I did find was the Tales of Beetle the Bard. The reason I'm getting rid of this book is not because I don't like it, is because I came across a second copy of it, and I want to share the love and be able to help share the love of Harry Potter. Another cool thing that I'm getting rid of, I just don't have any need for it, are these fight shorts that come out of Thailand. So in traditional Thai boxing, you'll see the guys wearing these, and it just something I've had for a long time that came from Thailand, came from family, but I just don't have a need for it or have a place to display it or show it off, and I'm never going to wear them. So I'm going to be giving them to somebody that might enjoy them or actually find some use for them. Another cool thing I'm going to be getting rid of is a bunch of chess pieces. I have some glass pieces and marble pieces, but I don't have the full set, and just if someone can find some use for them. In our time with doing this challenge, we found that people will take anything, or people will find uses for partial things, and I want to be able to make someone else happy. And the last thing I'll show you guys is this book that I've been holding on to since my undergrad. The rest of the stuff is just kind of like hodgepodge, things that I just don't need or I'm going to donate. But this last book is kind of cool. This is just a manual that I got when I was in my classes during my undergrad, just on data collection and just things that I normally would have kept, but I just haven't referenced it like I thought I would, and I figured this is a good time to kind of show you that we hold on to a lot of things that we don't necessarily need, but we kind of want to have just in case. But for me, this was kind of a hard thing to get rid of, just because I think very fondly of my early years in school, and I want to say that I would look at this, but I just have so many other resources and things I'll use for my work and school in the future that I just don't have a need for it. So if you guys are doing the minimalist challenge, I encourage you to get rid of those things that you don't use on a regular basis or that you just haven't referenced in a couple years. Unless it's like an encyclopedia, I don't see anyone ever needing these random pieces of information from school.
The last thing I'm going to gift for the minimalist challenge is my wedding dress. It doesn't fit me anymore, and I'll never wear it again. And Matt and I are child-free, so I'm going to gift it to somebody who will love it or use it or, find use out of it. Yay! It was fun to wear it when I could.
So with that being said, I will say you all adieu. Have a good night, stay safe, and once again, keep watching. Have a good night, guys.